Hey everyone, our name is CLAM, which stands for our name Cora,
Alice,
Linda,
and Marty. So our project name is A Helping Hand, and which include the goals that good health and well-being and reducing inequality.
So before we start the presentation, may I ask you a question? Could you please have a guess? How many people that are disabled in China? Any guess? 2 million. Okay. Since you don't know, I'll tell you. The number is 80 million. I know it's incredible. And then another question. What is the unemployment rate for the disabled people in China? 80%. Okay. Well, since you know it, I'm going to tell you that the disabled people are having big barriers in China. For me, personally, I have only one eye available, and I was excluded from many societies or things like that. So I feel like, disabled people are in prejudice. They are discriminated. So the major problem for them is they cannot be treated well. So the problem is that disabled people don't have their social responsibility. They don't have a complete family, or they don't have a job even.
So this is our solution. We're gonna build a website and app to help disablers find a job, and including 2 parts, which is crowdfunding and training. So the training is vocational training for the disablers. We will hire the disabled people who are able to live and work independently, as well as the normal people, to give training to those who need help. And the website, we will work with the Disabled Persons Federation to provide information on the web for disabled people looking for jobs. So we're gonna start our business in Jiangxi, China. So there are about 2,761,000 disablers in there, and the employment rate is about 62.23%. And why they need us? So when we interviewed the Disabled Persons Federation in Jiangxi, we found that they were not very satisfied with their job they found now because of the uneven distribution of resource and limited condition. And some people with mild disability were not working because they had not received any help. So what we gonna do? We gonna build bridge between the normal people and disablers, and we will launch crowdfunding boxes and publicize our things in the major media so that more people can know about this group of people.
So our most powerful competitor is Life3, which is also a platform to help disabled person to find jobs. One of its important advantages is that it covers a wide area, covering nearly 100 cities in China. And secondly, it has enough experience, which is only one company who cooperates with China Disabled Persons Federation. So this means they have more funds and data, but their disadvantage is that they only have remote help and don't carry out business offline. So we plan to go into a community to help disabled people offline, like give them mental help so that they can feel warm at real life. And let me introduce our teams. Our team name is CLAM. We focus on life of disabled, and we hope that they can try to have a better life as normal people, no matter what kind of disabled they are, and no matter from the help of psychological or physical. This is the first time we created this kind of organizations, but to be honest, we don't have practical experience. But there is a reason you should choose us, is that we know and feel the situation of disabled, because we have a team member who is born with one eye blind, so we can put shoes put ourselves in their shoes in the process, and we emphasize and take care of psychology of disabled, building confidence and the love of life that other companies don't have.
Yes, for our next step, we plan to build our platform. First of all, it will be a website, web page. And then we're going to hire psychologists, including like doctors and psychology doctors, like helping them in terms of physical and mentally. So our first step is to observe like 50 to 100 disabled people, because we don't have a strong enough database. As we mentioned, yes, our competitor is stronger because they have a bigger database. That is because they're doing quantitative researches. And what are we going to do is qualitative. We are focused on only a few people, and then we are going to know what is their real demand, and then we are going to do next step. And so we will need an investment to give our first step. We need around, in US dollars, around $15,000 to start our first step. And then after this first step, we'll see what does the market response. If it is positive, we are going to start our next MVP, which is starting to build new facilities for these disabled in terms of transportations or others. That's our first plan, is just to build a platform and having volunteers of doctors or psychologists.
And so I truly hope more people can pay attention to our stuff, and more people can pay attention to this group of people.
We're going to expand our business in more cities and help more people in our country. And yep, thanks for listening. Any questions?
Thank you. Very inspiring. Thank you. You did a great job. Do we have questions from the jury?
Okay. It's great for you guys to do something to help the disabled. So your main project is a website helping them to find jobs. Is that correct?
Yes, kind of.
Okay. So how will you deal with the employers' unwillingness to hire the disabled people?
You mean employees?
Employers, company. I don't want to hire the disabled people. How will you do?
I mean, actually, we focus on secondary and tertiary level of disabled peoples. These people have their productivity, and they should take the social responsibility. However, they cannot find a job. So what are we doing is to utilize their productivity, so they're not wasted. You know what I mean? So as you, employer, and we are going to cooperate with you. Our organization is a non-profit organization, and then we will give you a name of us, and then you'll have a good reputation because you are doing charity. That's a kind of charity.
Okay, sure. So when will you start the app building?
According to our research, this would be a bit costly. Maybe need $5,000, which is a very big part of our total cost.
Yeah, so we are going to build the website first and see what's going on, and we might just if we got more money, then the next step we will do the app.
So you need the investment, the money to build the app, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
And we will have crowdfunding. Okay. Thanks.
Are you going to focus on one disability? Because when you say disabilities, it's a pretty broad field. And then retraining, it's I would imagine to have trainers, it's going to be easier if you focus on specific disabilities. Have you considered that?
Actually, we did, but then we find we are not doing facilities for now. So what we could do is basically finding jobs. So different people have different conditions. So according to their condition, we are going to find them suitable jobs. And for the mental health, we will see their psychological situation and to give them different types of help. So it is not very broad. It needs to be accurate. As I mentioned, we are doing qualitative things. So we focus on each individual, not like a broad data.
Gotcha. And just, you're a nonprofit, yes?
We are
Yeah,
not.
we are nonprofit.
You're nonprofit.
Yep.
So I guess in terms of revenue, you're looking at, there's not, we shouldn't look at a revenue model. We should look at like a funding model, whether it's government or private funding. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
So in terms of your business models, I just heard that you guys are a nonprofit, but the question is, who would be the paying customers still? Like, even if it's for nonprofit, you're still looking at a sustainable business model so that you can keep you guys up and running. And then who would be the paying customers, and which specific organization would be your first client or institutional clients, in your opinion?
Okay, to be honest, we have to admit that we didn't consider about this question yet. So what I was thinking is just to help them. So we just need investments. And for these disabled guys, we actually considered if they find a job and they'll have to pay us some of their salary, but then we decided to not do that because we still believe that doing charity is more than doing a profit-intensive business.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your work and job. Very good, fantastic. Thank you.